My name is Daniel. I'm 34 years old. I work as a nurse on the night shift at a municipal hospital, and I've been married to Laura for 8 years. We have a 6-year-old daughter named Sofia. I always thought I knew my wife. I always thought our life was ordinary, predictable, safe. But what I discovered when I came home early changed everything I thought I knew about the person I slept next to every night. It all started about 4 months ago. Laura told me she had joined a book club. Some friends from work, she said. They read novels, discussed the chapters, drank wine. I thought it was great. Laura had always been too much of a homebody, in my opinion. After Sofia was born, she practically gave up on having a social life. So when she told me she was going out on Tuesday nights, I encouraged her. "You deserve this," I said. "It'll be good for you." The meetings always happened on Tuesdays, exactly on the days when I worked the night shift. Perfect coincidence, I thought at the time. Laura would stay with Sofia until I left at 7 in the evening. Then her mother would come pick up our daughter to sleep at their house, and Laura would go to the book club at 8. At first, I really didn't think much about it. She'd get home around midnight, 12:30, always with a smile on her face when we'd talk on the phone before I came back in the morning. "Was it good?" I'd ask. "Very good," she'd answer. Simple as that. But then I started noticing small things. Things that alone meant nothing, but together began to form a pattern that bothered me without my understanding exactly why. First was the perfume. Laura was never one to wear strong perfume. She always preferred something soft, discreet. But on Wednesday mornings, after the book club, her hair smelled different, sweeter, more noticeable. When I mentioned it, she said one of the girls had lent her perfume in the restaurant bathroom where they met. Made sense. I didn't question it. Then, it was the phone. Laura always left her phone around, unlocked, no secrets. We even shared passwords. But suddenly, she started taking her phone everywhere. Bathroom, kitchen, even to take out the trash. And when I'd walk into the room and she was on her phone, she'd lock the screen quickly. "It's just spam," she'd say. Or, "It's work stuff. So boring." I felt ridiculous overthinking it, but the discomfort was there. Small, constant, like a stone in your shoe you try to ignore. One night, about 3 weeks ago, I got home from the hospital and found Sofia still awake at my mother-in-law's house. I went to pick her up early because the shift had been quiet. When I put her in the car, Sofia said something that chilled me inside. But at the time, I let it pass. "Daddy, Mommy's happy now." I looked in the rearview mirror. "Of course Mommy's happy, sweetheart. We're a happy family." Sofia shook her head. "No, Daddy. She's happy like when you gave her that necklace for her birthday." My stomach tightened. That necklace had been a surprise 3 years ago. Laura had cried with emotion. She was radiant for weeks. And now Sofia was saying she was like that again. Because of the book club? Because of reading novels with friends? I didn't say anything, but the stone in my shoe had grown. I started paying more attention. Laura was different. That was undeniable. She smiled more, hummed while making coffee, took longer getting ready on Tuesday nights, changed clothes 2-3 times before leaving. "I want to make a good impression," she'd say when I complimented her. "The girls are always so dressed up." I wanted to believe. I wanted so badly to believe it was just that. A group of friends who cared about appearance. But something inside me screamed there was more. I tried asking about the club. "What book are you reading now?" I asked one morning over coffee. Laura hesitated. Just a second, but she hesitated. "Oh, it's a crime novel. I forgot the name. Carla chose it." Carla. I knew Carla, or thought I did. Laura had worked with her for years, but she'd never mentioned that Carla liked to read. In fact, Laura always complained that Carla only talked about working out and dieting. "Cool," I said. "What's the story about?" "Oh, Daniel, it's complicated to explain. Lots of characters. I'll tell you later when I have time." She never did. 2 weeks ago, I did something I'm ashamed of to this day, but I needed to know. I needed to end that horrible feeling that I was being deceived in my own life. One Sunday afternoon, while Laura was giving Sofia a bath, I grabbed her phone. My hand was shaking. My heart was beating so hard I thought she'd hear it from the bathroom. I unlocked it, using the password she'd always used, Sofia's birthday. It worked. She hadn't changed it. I went straight to the messages. Looked for Carla. Found her. But the messages were just about work. Meetings, deadlines, complaints about the boss. Nothing about books. Nothing about Tuesday night. I searched WhatsApp for groups. Nothing called book club or anything similar. Looked at the call history. Everything normal. But then I saw something strange. An app I didn't recognize. A discrete icon, kind of hidden in a utilities folder. Telegram. When I heard the shower turn off, I locked the phone quickly and put it back on the nightstand. My hands were sweating. My head was spinning. Why would Laura have Telegram? We always only used WhatsApp. All that week, I couldn't stop thinking about it. At work, I was distracted. At home, I was tense. Laura noticed. "Are you okay?" she asked Monday night while we were having dinner. "Just tired," I lied. She held my hand. "You work too hard, honey. You need to rest." That touch destroyed me, because part of me still wanted to believe I was crazy, that I was inventing problems where there were none, that Laura was exactly who I'd always thought she was. But Tuesday came, and with it, my decision. I was going to find out the truth. That Tuesday, I left home at the normal time, 7 in the evening. Said goodbye to Laura with a kiss. "Have fun at book club," I said. She smiled. "I'll try." "Love you." "Love you too," I replied. And in that moment, I really did love her. And it was exactly because of that I needed to do what I was about to do. Instead of going to the hospital, I parked my car 3 blocks from home, called work, and said I had food poisoning. They didn't like it, but they accepted. Texted Laura saying the shift was going to be heavy, and that I might not be able to talk to her during the night. She responded with a heart emoji, and then I waited. At 8:10, I saw Laura's car leave the garage. I followed from a distance, keeping my space. My heart was in my throat. My hands were trembling on the wheel. I prayed she'd go to a restaurant, to a coffee shop, to any place where a group of women would actually meet to discuss books. But she didn't. Laura drove for 15 minutes to a neighborhood I didn't know well, a neighborhood of new buildings, modern condominiums. She stopped in front of a glass building with a doorman. She stayed in the car for a few minutes, on her phone. Then she got out, fixed her hair, smoothed her blouse, and went inside. I parked across the street. I couldn't move, couldn't think straight. 15 minutes later, a man arrived. Tall, well-dressed, about 40-something. He entered the same building. My stomach turned, but I still wasn't sure. I had no proof. It could be coincidence. It could be a building with many units, many people. I was clinging to any excuse. I stayed there for 2 hours. No one else entered or left. At 10:30, Laura came out. Alone. She got in her car and left. I didn't follow. I couldn't. I went straight home, before her. When Laura arrived half an hour later, I was on the couch, pretending to watch TV. She seemed normal, calm, happy. "Hi, honey," she said, giving me a kiss on the forehead. "I thought you were at work." "I got sick. Food poisoning. Came back early." Her expression changed. Genuine concern. "Are you okay? Do you need anything?" "No. It's already passing." She sat next to me. "How was book club?" I asked, my voice coming out colder than I intended. "It was good. We decided to read a new book next week. Psychological thriller." "Where was it?" "At the usual restaurant, near the mall." Lie. Complete and calm lie. That night, I didn't sleep. I lay staring at the ceiling, with Laura sleeping beside me, her breathing calm and deep. How could she sleep so well after lying to my face? Or was I going crazy? Was that man unrelated? Was she visiting a friend in that building? But then why lie about the place? The next morning, I made a decision. I needed certainty. I needed something concrete. I was going back to that building. The following Tuesday, I did everything the same. Left at the normal time. Said I was going to work. Hid. But this time, I was prepared. I brought my old camera, the one we used to record Sofia's birthday parties. Laura arrived at the same time. 8:10. Entered the building. 20 minutes later, the same man. This time, I only waited half an hour. And then I did something I never imagined I'd do. I crossed the street, entered the building, and told the doorman I was looking for my wife. She just went up, I said. Laura Silva. Which apartment? The doorman looked at the system. Apartment 804, sir. But the lady doesn't live here. The resident is Mr. Ricardo Mendez. Ricardo Mendez. I thanked him and left. I didn't go up. Not yet. But now, I had a name. I spent the next 3 days researching Ricardo Mendez. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Found him. Architect. Divorced. No children. A successful man. Nice smile. Apparently perfect life. And then, I found something that made me vomit. An old photo on his Facebook. From 4 years ago. A corporate party. And there, in the corner of the image, was Laura. She worked at the same company as him back then, before she changed jobs, before Sofia was born. They'd known each other for years. This wasn't recent. This hadn't started 4 months ago. The book club was just the latest excuse. My entire life crumbled in that moment. Every memory, every promise, every I love you became a question mark. How long? Since when? For how long had I been a complete idiot? I wanted to confront her. I wanted to scream. I wanted to break everything. But there was Sofia. And Sofia didn't deserve to see her father destroyed. Didn't deserve to see her parents' marriage explode in screams and accusations. So I did something that surprised me. I looked for a lawyer. Not because I was sure what I was going to do, but because I needed to know my rights. I needed to protect Sofia. I needed to understand what would happen if everything fell apart. The lawyer was direct. You need concrete proof if you want to request custody. You need something indisputable. So the following Tuesday, I went up. I went up to apartment 804 and rang the doorbell. It took a minute. Then the door opened, and there was Laura, barefoot, with her blouse wrinkled, her hair messy. Her eyes widened when she saw me. Daniel. Behind her, Ricardo Mendez appeared, adjusting his shirt. I didn't yell. I didn't hit anyone. I didn't make a scene. I just looked at Laura and said, "Get your things. We need to talk." At home, and I turned around. The ride back was silent. Laura cried in the passenger seat. Tried to speak several times. I didn't let her. At home, I'd repeat. Not in front of Sofia. When we arrived, Sofia was already asleep at my mother-in-law's house. The house was empty and silent. We sat at the kitchen table, the same table where we'd had dinner 1,000 times, where Sofia drew, where we planned vacations. How long? I asked. Laura wiped her tears. 3 years. 3 years. Sofia was 3 years old when it started. Why? I don't know. I felt invisible, Daniel. You worked so much. I was alone with Sofia all the time, and then I ran into Ricardo at a party and you chose to cheat instead of talking to me. I tried to end it so many times, but I couldn't. I love you, Daniel. I swear I love you. You don't know what love is. The conversation lasted hours. Laura begged, promised she'd break up with Ricardo, that she'd go to therapy, that we could fix this. But I was empty. All I felt was a deep pain and a cold clarity. I want a divorce, I said. The process was slow and painful. Every division of assets was a reminder of what we'd built. Every conversation about Sofia's custody was a knife in the chest. But the worst part was explaining it to Sofia. How do you tell a 6-year-old that mommy and daddy won't live together anymore? How do you do that without destroying the image she has of her mother? I didn't tell the complete truth. I said that sometimes adults disagree, that it wasn't her fault, that we'd continue being a family, just in a different way. Sofia cried, hugged me tight, and that night, I let her sleep in my bed and held her until the sun came up. Today, 4 months later, I'm in a different place. Not literally. I still live in the same house, but emotionally, spiritually, I'm a different person. Sofia spends half the week with me, half with Laura. Little by little, she's adapting. There are bad days. There are nights when she asks if mommy and daddy are getting back together, and I have to take a deep breath and explain again, with patience, with love. I found out Laura continued seeing Ricardo for some time after the divorce, but I don't care anymore. That part of my life is over. I started therapy. At first, I thought it wouldn't work, but it's been helping me process the anger, the sadness, the feeling of failure, and I learned something important. Signs are always there, always. We just choose not to see them, because it hurts less to believe the illusion than to face the truth. If you're reading this, if something in your life doesn't seem right, don't ignore it. Don't make excuses. Don't be afraid of seeming crazy or paranoid. Talk, ask, confront, because living in a lie isn't living. It's just existing in a fake version of your own life, and you deserve more than that. Sofia deserves more than that. So pay attention to the small signs, to the subtle changes, to the instinct that insists on screaming when something is wrong. Because sometimes, the book club is just a story, and the person you love is writing a completely different chapter, a chapter where you don't exist, and the sooner you find out, the fewer pages you'll waste on a narrative that was never yours.